Taliban warns Pakistan of another split. Remember 1971, history will repeat itself, says the Taliban. Top Pakistan bureaucrat exposes rigging in the elections.
यहाँ तो छोटा लफ्ज है जो यहाँ पे हुआ है कि जो लोग आजाद उम्मीदवार 70-80 हजार की लीड से जीत रहे थे, हमने उनको हरवाया है और उनके ऊपर जाली मोहरें लगा के सबको हरवाया।
India split Pakistan in 1971. Will Taliban do so in 2024? Pakistan in tailspin, headed for another split. That's our top focus on India First. Taliban's warning to Pakistan is clear. Remember 1971. If Afghans are sent back from Peshawar or told to come to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province with a visa and get a passport, Pakistan will be split again. This is a warning that Pakistan cannot afford to take lightly, especially when more than 300 Pakistani security force personnel have been killed along the AFPAC border this year. Imran Khan supporters, on the other hand, are gearing up to escalate the war for the mandate. Is a near bankrupt and lawless Pakistan heading for more turmoil and a split? We get you details. I'm Gaurav Sawant as always. Let's get started with the headlines. BJP ups the ante in Sandesh Khali. National Women's Panel Chief demands President's rule in Bengal. BJP Shuvendu Adhikari says Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit the area soon. Government farmers deadlock continues. Farmers reject the centre's proposal, demands MSP on all 23 crops. Delhi Chalo March to resume from the 21st of February. Former Chief Minister of the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir, Ghulam Nabi Azad, claims Farooq and Omar Abdullah held secret meetings late night with Prime Minister Narendra Modi and were privy to Article 370 abrogation. Omar Abdullah hits back, says Azad roamed free when they were all detained. Smriti Irani and Rahul Gandhi square off in Amethi as the Congress's Nyay Yatra enters Uttar Pradesh. Smriti Irani taunts Rahul Gandhi, claims one who needs support cannot help people of Amethi. Supreme Court to examine Chandigarh Mayor polls ballot papers. Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud says poll officers should be prosecuted after Anil Masi admits to tampering 8 ballot papers. The Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf party-backed independents have joined the Sunni Ittihad Council in Pakistan. Imran Khan supporters insist that they have won on 180 seats in the national elections, but the mandate was stolen from them. A top bureaucrat in Pakistan, a serving bureaucrat, the commissioner of Rawalpindi, admitted on camera that he rigged elections and even contemplated dying by suicide after the Fajr namaz before blaming the Chief Justice of Pakistan and the election commissioner for this rigging. Trouble clearly rising for Pakistan on multiple fronts.
At 4 p.m. on the 16th of December 1971,
Pakistan Army's shameful surrender at Dhaka on December 16, 1971.
under the command
With Lieutenant General A.A.K. Niazi
A.S. Arora,
surrendering to the Indian Army, Pakistan was split into two
Major General
and
Ansari,
Bangladesh was
DOC,
born.
Pakistan 9 Division.
The Deputy Foreign Minister of Taliban, Sher Mohammad Stanikzai, has reminded Pakistan of that epic 1971 defeat and warned Pakistan of another split in 2024 and warned Pakistan of another split.
بیا به د 1991 کال د بنگال موضوع را سرته کیږي او ان شاء الله الرحمن د ملکونو به ازادي دا چې افغانستان د بده شلو کلو کې هر مرمۍ راغله هر توپ راغله هر تیاره راغله او زما د مجاهد په تندي لګیدل په سینه لګیدل د دې تاریخ معلوم ده خلک معلوم دي مدعیان زموږ معلوم دي خو که افغانستان آرام کېده په خپل خو درېده دا به د هر مرمۍ حساب ان شاء الله سره کوو.
This is Pakistan's worst nightmare coming true. Trouble along the 2,700 kilometer long Durand line dividing Afghanistan and Pakistan. Afghanistan has warned Pakistan that it does not accept the artificial Durand line drawn by the British and will never accept either visa or passport for Afghan nationals coming over to the Northwest Frontier Province. Afghans consider even Peshawar to be a part of Afghanistan.
نیم ټوټه افغانستان نن جلا ده د خط دیورن نه اخواته واقع ده دا په داسې حال کې چې موږ خط دیورن په ټول عمر کې نه په رسمیت پیژندلې او نه پیژنو دا غ فرضي کرخه ده چې انګريزانو د افغانانو په زړه باندې تیر کړی ده.
This is only one part of Pakistan Army's nightmare. A senior bureaucrat in Pakistan has exposed the rigging in the February 8 Pak elections. Liaquat Ali Chhatta, Commissioner Rawalpindi, dropped a bombshell when he said he contemplated dying by suicide after the Fajr Namaz for rigging the February 8 elections.
मैंने आज सुबह की नमाज के बाद एक दफा मैंने खुदकुशी करने की कोशिश की है, लेकिन फिर मैंने सोचा कि मैंने क्यों ना ये सारी चीजें अवाम के पास रखूं, मैं खुद क्यों हराम की मौत मरूं और मैं ये सारी चीजें अवाम के सामने क्यों ना रखूं. मैं इस क्रम में से गुजर रहा हूं. मेरी तमाम ब्यूरोक्रेसी से गुजारिश है कि अपने इन सियासी लोगों के लिए जो मुख्तलिफ शेरवानियां सवा के मिनिस्टर बनने को फिर रहे हैं, इनके लिए कोई गलत काम न करें.
The allegations made by a top Pakistan bureaucrat are damning. He laid the blame squarely on the shoulders of the Chief Election Commissioner of Pakistan and the Chief Justice of Pakistan.
जो यहाँ पे हुआ है कि जो लोग आजाद उम्मीदवार 70-80 हजार की लीड से जीत रहे थे, हमने उनको हरवाया है और उनके ऊपर जैली मोहरे लगा के सबको हरवाया. मैं ये सारी इस गलतकारी की जिम्मेदारी अपने ऊपर ले रहा हूँ और साथ आपको बता रहा हूँ कि जो चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर है, जो चीफ जस्टिस है, वो भी इस काम में पूरे शरीक.
This statement has thrown a spanner in the Pakistan Army works, with Imran Khan-backed independents claiming to have won 180 seats in the Federal Assembly and winning elections both in Pakistan's Punjab province and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. There are also reports that talks between Asif Ali Zardari-led Pakistan People's Party and Mian Nawaz Sharif-led PMLN are deadlocked. With Imran supporters now threatening to take to the streets again, there are fears of more chaos, lawlessness and worse, military jackboots on the streets of Pakistan once again. Bureau Report, India Today. Pakistan clearly is in the eye of a storm. There's already a huge economic crisis. Election results and revelations of rigging by a serving top bureaucrat in Rawalpindi has resulted in a political crisis that's escalating, and with Taliban warning Pakistan of another split, and that too along the Durand line. There's a huge security challenge all along the Durand line. The AFPAC border is extremely vulnerable even as we speak. So what's happening in Pakistan? Joining me on India First is Abdul Samad Yaqoob, a leader of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. Arzu Kazmi is chronicling the chaos in Pakistan. And Sushant Sareen is a senior fellow at the Observer Research Foundation, tracks Pakistan closely. Sushant Sareen, let me begin by asking you, is Pakistan today at its weakest since the 1971 split and the birth of Bangladesh? What do you make of Taliban so openly threatening Pakistan with repeating a 1971?
Gaurav, the reality is that Pakistan is the weakest it has ever been since it came into existence. And in fact, compared to what it is right now, in 1971, it was still a reasonably strong country. It had, a problems within, political problems, but its economy wasn't on the ropes. The army was still kind of well respected. The politics was not as fractious as it is right now. Internationally, it was the darling of the United States and the West. So there were a lot of things going for it, none of which are going for it right now. Its economy is on the ropes. Its politics and its society is completely divided. It has massive security threats, internal as well as external. So I would say that 1971 was a dream compared to what Pakistan is going through right now.
Okay, Arzu Kazmi.
And what is
Okay, give me a moment, sir. Arzu Kazmi, Pakistan appears to be in tailspin. Economy is collapsing, political crisis escalating, society is split, no longer a favorite of either the United States or even China. With this political, economic and security crisis, is General Asim Munir even in control?
I don't think so. They want to control the situation because everybody who's having a power or the policymakers, their children are not in Pakistan, their properties are not in Pakistan, their money is not in Pakistan. So it don't matter to them because they can go and they can settle in any of the country which they want. That's why we are facing these crises and nobody is feeling ashamed of themselves. That everybody is laughing. Even the अफगानिस्तान हमसे इतना वीक है अफगानिस्तान भी इस वक्त हमारा मजाक बना रहा है बट वी आर नॉट फीलिंग एनी काइंड ऑफ एम्बैरेसमेंट
लेकिन ऐसा क्यों इस समय अब्दुल समद याकूब इमरान खान is being accused of adding to this chaos in Pakistan. You know, as far as the Pakistan army or PMLN and PPP are concerned, he refuses to roll over and play dead. Perhaps that's what the Pakistan army wants. Is Imran Khan enemy number one of the Pakistan army?
Well, I don't. There is a sort of an animosity between, between the Imran Khan and military establishment, but that doesn't mean that they both are the enemies of each other. Imran Khan has multiple time clarifies this that it's his own army. I mean, he respect the army. He respect it's my country. It's my army. So if you have a differences with some of the army officers or the commander, that doesn't mean that you are becoming the enemy of or you are targeting the whole institute. I mean, it happens in the various countries where you can accuse some of them, whether they are from judiciary or bureaucracy or from military establishment. So I don't think that. I deny that Imran Khan is the sole.
Sir, you are saying my country, my army. In which other army, Sushant Sareen, does a political party or their workers go and set the house of a corps commander on fire or set on fire Pakistan Air Force Base, Mianwali, or the ISI headquarters of in various places, or Chitral Scouts headquarters? If you say my country, my army, you don't burn down your own country and your army, Sushant Sareen.
Yeah, and that is where the problem comes because yes, at one level, it is a personal fight between Asim Munir and Imran Khan, and clearly Imran Khan is winning, despite the fact that he might be in jail and Asim Munir might be in, the army chief's house, wielding the baton. But the fact of the matter remains that Imran Khan has completely decimated Asim Munir and his cabal's plans to rule Pakistan for as long as they could. So one is that, but I think there is also something else happening. And this is kind of ironic because the PTI was supposed to be the, the love child of the Pakistani military establishment, but the PTI has turned into a kind of a mortal enemy of the Pakistani military establishment. And clearly, at one level, it's a fight for supremacy between the PTI and the army. At one level, it's personal. But I think what is very important is from the army's point of view, they are in a very, very tough spot because they are caught between the devil, which is Imran Khan, and the deep sea, which is the economy and the country sinking. If you bring in Imran Khan, it will be a disaster for Pakistan.
Absolutely.
Because he's proven to be a disaster when he held the helm of affairs in Pakistan. And if you don't bring him in, he'll burn the house down to come in. So this is a kind of Hobson's choice which the Pakistan army confronts. And I don't think they really have any solution. They can't take over power themselves because they are despised. And they are despised not in KP, not in Sindh and Balochistan alone. They are now despised in Lahore. And one of the reasons why their houses and their establishments were burned down is because the Punjabi elite has disgust and despises the army. So I think it's a perfect storm which is hitting Pakistan right now.
It's a perfect storm.
And all of it, Gaurav, of the making of the Pakistan army. All of it.
Oh, absolutely. Abdul Samad Yaqub, Imran Khan, seen as a creation of the Pakistan army. Suddenly he's more powerful than the Pakistan army. He in a way is Frankenstein's monster if you were to look at it from the Pakistan army's perspective. But is this true? Either he comes out of jail and becomes the leader of Pakistan, he will destroy the Pakistan army. If he doesn't, it destroys the Pakistan army. Or will the Pakistan army destroy him?
Well, I would call it a great misperception or a misconception about Imran Khan that he's a creation of Pakistan army. I mean, his struggle is based on 30 years. So you cannot blame him that if army wants to install him, they would have installed him far earlier than the...
Sir, they did and they've regretted it, I'm sure, from the day they installed him, but go on.
Okay, anyways, what's the mindset of Imran Khan at this moment? I mean, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I mean, a week ago, before the 8th February, before the polling day, I have met him, Imran Khan, inside the Diyala jail. The mindset is to positively engage every stakeholder. I mean, we are engaging the political parties. That was... we are with a different mindset. I mean, if we are going to even engage the military establishment, that doesn't mean that we are not ready to engage them. I mean, this is...
But are they willing to engage you, sir? And when you say you will engage with every political party, PPP, PMLN, where is the engagement? And the fact that you've joined the Sunni Ittihad is a very clear indicator that you're not engaging with PTI and with PMLN and PPP. But let me bring in Arzu Kazmi. Give me a moment.
Gaurav, I'm not a spokesperson of ISPR or not representative of the army chief. So I don't know whether they are ready to engage with us or not. But there is... at this moment, I mean, they are not engaging with us. Okay. We are not engaging with them.
Yes, sir. Arzu Kazmi has General Asim Munir with the entire might of the Pakistan Army, ISI, Deep State, lost to Imran Khan, who's actually sitting in Adiala jail. Will Pakistan Army, will Pakistan Deep State now be forced to negotiate with Imran Khan if there is merit in Chairman Gohar Ali Khan saying that Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf Party has 180 seats but was denied mandate in about 80 seats?
First of all, I want to tell that exactly Imran Khan is a product of army and Imran Khan is a product of establishment और जिसमें भी तहरीक लगा होता है तहरीक इंसाफ तहरीक लब्बैक तहरीक तालिबान ये सारी हमारी डीप स्टेट ने बनाई होती हैं और उसके बाद ये उनके गले पड़ जाती हैं दिस इज द फैक्ट विच वी हैव टू एक्सेप्ट आई थिंक समझ को अच्छा नहीं लग रहा होगा बट यही बात है और आई डोंट थिंक कि इमरान खान कोई कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाएंगे बट अभी भी इन्होंने सोशल मीडिया डाउन कर रखा है हमारे पास ट्विटर या कुछ भी नहीं चल रहा है डेफिनेटली दे आर स्केयर्ड ऑफ इमरान खान दे वांट टू टॉक टू इमरान खान दे वांट हिम टू आई थिंक उनके हिसाब से वो चलें और this is what exactly Pakistan Army and Pakistan establishment is doing right now. लेकिन ये first time नहीं हो रहा गौरव. They are doing it since 1947. चाहे हम जुल्फिकार अली भुट्टो को देख लें उसके बाद की जितने प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स आए हैं ये सबके सब एस्टैब्लिशमेंट के लाए होते हैं और जब ये एस्टैब्लिशमेंट से हट के अपनी मर्जी से कुछ करने लगते हैं तो इनको हटा दिया जाता है या मार दिया जाता है दिस इज द फैक्ट और ये अब बच्चे को समझ आ गई थैंक्स टू द सोशल मीडिया दैट पीपल स्टार्टेड टॉकिंग अबाउट देम और बिल्कुल क्लियरली बात होने लगी है
तो सुशांत सरीन इज दैट अ फैक्ट दैट Imran Khan has perhaps 3 options. 1, he accepts whatever the army says. 2, which is very unlikely, that if he doesn't, he may end up like Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, hanged by the Pakistan army, or he'll end up like Benazir Bhutto, shot at the behest of the Pakistan army by some terrorists who will never be caught.
You know, Gaurav, none of those options can be ruled out. But the problem of Pakistan transcends just the sheer power struggle which we are witnessing right now. What I suspect Pakistan is confronting now is a crisis of the state, that the state has started to unravel. And these are manifestations, these power struggles, the fact that even the parties like PPP and PMLN are reluctant to become prime minister in a country where people would sell their families to become prime minister or even become a MNA, MPA. Out there, the two biggest parties after PTI are reluctant to form a government. When have we seen something like this? What we are seeing now is a crisis of the state. The state is unraveling and nobody at all seems to have any idea how to fix it. Then there is a structural problem. The structural problem is that, it's a strange country, that the prime minister appoints an army chief who always turns against the prime minister. The army prepares a puppet, for example, Bhutto, Nawaz Sharif, they've all been puppets of the army, and Imran Khan, of course, the biggest of them all. And that puppet then turns upon the person who created him. So this endless cycle has been going on, which has now confronted Pakistan with a crisis of state. The state I don't see how it can save itself, because its biggest problem is it has absolutely no idea, no clue, no plan on how to set things right. When I hear prescriptions coming from Pakistanis, from generals, from economists, from political leaders, I get the feeling that they're living in cloud cuckoo land. What country are they talking about? That we will do IT, we should promote IT. It took India 30 years to become an IT superpower. They want to do it in 3 months. It doesn't happen in 3 months, Baba. They want to make IITs, and they want IITs to start producing results in 6 months. It does not happen in 6 months. So these guys have absolutely no idea what a mess they are in, and they have no idea how to get out of that mess.
Except the IT that Pakistan very successfully has done is international terrorism.
Of course.
आरजू काज़मी, तो पाकिस्तान में अब हो क्या रहा है? इमरान खान जेल में है, PMLN और PPP मिलकर सरकार बना नहीं पा रहे हैं, दोनों PM भी बनना चाहते हैं कि क्या कौन बनेगा प्रधानमंत्री? क्या बिलावल भुट्टो जरदारी बनेंगे PM या शहबाज शरीफ बनेंगे PM? और क्या आर्मी ने ये भी बोल दिया कि PMLN में या शहबाज शरीफ PM बन जाए या मरियम नवाज पंजाब की CM बन जाए, दोनों नहीं हो सकता?
I think कुछ भी समझ नहीं आ रही इस वक्त, गौरव. We are unable to understand what's going on here, because हर कोई प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनना भी चाहता है और नहीं भी बनना चाहता. अब तो IMF ने भी कह दिया है कि वो नेक्स्ट प्रोग्राम में पाकिस्तान को नहीं रखेगा अगर यही हालत रही. आज ही IMF का स्टेटमेंट आया है, और मेरा ख्याल है इस पे यकीनन ये लोग परेशान हो जाना चाहिए इन लोगों को, क्योंकि इस तरह की जो सिचुएशन है उसमें अब IMF का लोन भी नहीं मिलेगा और बुरी हालत होने जा रही है.
तो ऐसे में होगा क्या? कोई रोड मैप है? अब्दुल समद याकूब, व्हाट इज इमरान खान्स रोड मैप और चेयरमैन गौहर अली खान्स रोड मैप? Yes, you've joined the Sunni Ittihad Council. You want to ensure that all those nominated seats also do not get into PMLN and PPP hands. होगा क्या? कब तक पाकिस्तान में सरकार बनेगी?
Well, first of all, I must admit that Sushant Sareen always put me in a position where it is hard for me to deny him, refute him. So, होगा ये कि देखें, जब किसी मुल्क में उसके मैंडेट को एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया जाता या रिस्पेक्ट नहीं दी जाती मैंडेट को, जब आपके इंस्टीट्यूट जो है वो पर्सनल ग्रजेस के ऊपर जाके एक कोई नेशनल पॉलिसी नहीं, स्टेट पॉलिसी नहीं, पर्सनल ग्रज के ऊपर आएंगे, जब मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द पीपल जो होगा वो एक को, अब 1971 की मिसाल आपके सामने है, जब हम वो सब कुछ करेंगे और माजी से नहीं सीखेंगे तो अगेन कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस होंगे. और जो हम इनको समझा रहे हैं कि आप जो अपना कॉन्स्टिट्यूशंस को भी एक साइड पे रख के, सब कुछ एक साइड पे रख के आप कुछ भी अचीव नहीं कर सकते और पाकिस्तान को आप मजीद अंधेरे में धकेल रहे हैं. सिक्योरिटी चैलेंजेस हैं, वी आर फेसिंग सिक्योरिटी चैलेंजेस, वी आर ऑन द वर्ज ऑफ बैंक्रप्सी. सो the political stability and the financial stability both are interlinked.
नहीं तो क्या आप ये मानते हैं कि पाकिस्तान में 1970 वाली सिचुएशन हो गई? 1971 में फिर बांग्लादेश बना था, इस बार क्या होगा? क्या केपीके अलग देश बन जाएगा?
Well, we are not facing the territorial the challenges of territorial disintegrity at this moment. I mean, there is.
Sir, externally you heard what Sher Mohammad Stanekzai said?
No, no, who is Sher Mohammad Stanekzai? I mean, Durand line ko agar wo baat karega, so there is an international law. I mean, you must respect the international law. There is an international border. I mean,
sir, which international law has Taliban ever respected? Arzu Kazmi, 2,700 kilometer long Durand line. Isn't that Pakistan's worst nightmare? अगर कोई रिस्पेक्ट करता तो आपके 300 पाकिस्तान आर्मी के जवान मारे नहीं गए होते इस साल।
बिल्कुल, आई एग्री विद यू गौरव, ऐसा ही है और इनसे कंट्रोल भी नहीं हो रहे बिकॉज टीटीपी तो पाकिस्तान ने खुद ही बनाई है, वरना इनका नाम तहरीक तालिबान पाकिस्तान क्यों है? लेकिन यही है कि अब इनसे ये कंट्रोल नहीं हो रहे और सिचुएशन जो है वो पहले से ज्यादा खराब होती जा रही है।
Sushant Sareen, is that also your assessment that this Durand line, may just be the Durand curse, as is often said? Is that the situation that's happening on ground for Pakistan? That in case they throw out the Afghans will, really create trouble for them all along KPK?
No, whether they throw out the Afghans or they don't throw out the Afghans, I think the troubles are going to hit Pakistan, regardless of what they do. A lot of people had advised Pakistan not to mess with, on this particular issue. They had a golden opportunity in 2001 when the Americans came in. They could have done wonderful things with their own country, but they were so bloody-minded. And the problem in Pakistan is the Pakistani Punjabi Muslim. Yes. It's not so much the problem of the Pashtun. It's not a problem of the Sindhi. It's not a problem of the Baloch, as much as it is the problem of the Pakistani Punjabi. The guy is a dunce of the highest order. And the kind of bloody-mindedness they showed on this issue of terrorism, on the issue of Taliban, they had this romance with the Taliban. So they have created a situation which is now going to backfire on them. I disagree with what Abdul Samad Yaqub is saying, simply because, yes, in some ways, it's not a territorial challenge of the kind it was in 1970. But if your country starts falling from within, it starts imploding, which is what seems to be happening, then what do you do about it? And when you talk about international law, that the Taliban can't do this because of international law, what international law was Pakistan observing when you were giving the Taliban safe havens and also taking American money? What international law were you following when you had created organizations like the Lashkar-e-Taiba and the Jaish-e-Mohammed to be used against India? What international law are you following when you give refuge to criminals like Tiger Memon and Dawood Ibrahim in your country? You have violated international law at every stage.
And I will let that be the last word on this part of the show. You're absolutely right. Pakistan remains in tailspin, and do keep in mind, no Afghan respects the Durand line. For them, even Peshawar is a part of Afghanistan. We'll get you more on that story in the days and weeks ahead. But Abdul Samad Yaqub, Arzu Kazmi and Sushant Sareen for joining me here on India First. Many thanks. A quick break. Up next, we'll get you those horrifying tales from Sandesh Khali. India Today's managing editor Shweta Singh was on ground zero. She spoke to the women who spoke of their plight and what transpired. That story and lots more coming up. Stay with us.